Hello, Professor Galvan and classmates. My name is Christopher Woodward, and today I'm going to discuss the process and findings of the study of my research, which was a correlative study analysis on the relationship between life conditions that affect quality of life and stress levels. The research examined how different aspects of individuals' lives impact their overall well-being. To begin the discussion, the agenda includes an introduction to the research, methods used, the results of the study, a discussion on strengths and limitations, and concludes with a brief overview summary of the study. So let's begin. The purpose of this research was to examine the relationship between life conditions that affect quality of life and stress levels among a diverse sample of participants. The hypothesis suggests that individuals with life conditions that negatively affect their quality of life are likely to experience higher levels of stress compared to those without such conditions. The methods used in this study included a sample size of 20 participants with a balanced gender distribution of male and female subjects, all ranging between the ages of 19 to 68 years old. To recruit the participants, a customized instrument in the form of a survey questionnaire was posted on a storyline of a reputable social media platform, to which any random subject could voluntarily choose to assign themselves to the study by responding to the survey questionnaire. The survey included asking participants a series of questions that assessed their life conditions and stress levels. The survey consisted of multiple sections that included both closed-ended questions and open-ended questions. For example, one question asked, "To what extent do you feel satisfied with your current living environment?" The answering options for this question were offered in the form of a 5-point Likert scale, from 1 being highly dissatisfied to 5 being highly satisfied. The research design was a correlation study, asking participants to complete the survey at a single time point to capture their life conditions and stress levels as accurately as possible. The survey was administered online using a secure survey platform, with ethical considerations and confidentiality of responses being ensured throughout the study. Now let's discuss the results. The main findings showed that participants with life conditions that negatively affect their quality of life reported significantly higher levels of stress compared to those without such conditions. The association between life conditions and stress levels was found to be statistically significant. Specifically, life conditions such as financial difficulties, health problems, and relationship issues were identified as strong predictors of elevated stress levels. However, participants with better overall quality of life reported lower levels of stress. The findings of the study provide strong support for the hypothesis that individuals with life conditions that negatively impact their quality of life are likely to experience higher levels of stress. The data consistently demonstrated a negative correlation between life conditions that affect quality of life and stress levels. These results emphasize the importance of addressing and improving life conditions to reduce stress and enhance overall well-being. Now, let's talk about the strengths of the research. One strength was the diverse sample. The study had participants from various backgrounds, genders, and age groups. This made the findings more reliable and applicable to different people. Another strength was the comprehensive survey design. The survey asked participants a wide range of questions, both closed-ended and open-ended. This approach allowed for the gathering of rich information about their experiences and thoughts. So let's move on to the limitations of the study. One limitation was the use of convenience sampling. This means that there was not a random selection of participants. The problem with this approach is that it could introduce bias and affect the generalizability of the findings. In the future, it would be better to use random sampling to ensure a more representative sample. Another limitation was the reliance on self-report measures. Participants answered questions based on their own perceptions, which could be influenced by biases or memory recall issues. To overcome this in the future, studies could include objective measures such as physiological markers to get a more accurate understanding of the relationship between life conditions and stress levels. So, how could researchers reduce these limitations? Well, a couple of possible solutions include implementing a longitudinal design to examine the temporal relationship between life conditions and stress levels over time, controlling confounding variables such as socioeconomic status or personality traits to better isolate the effects of life conditions on stress levels, and by employing more standardized and validated survey items to ensure reliability and validity of the measures used. In summary, the study found that individuals with life conditions that negatively impact their quality of life experience higher levels of stress. Factors such as financial difficulties and health problems were strong predictors of stress. However, there is the acknowledgement of the limitations of the research, which include convenient sampling and potential response biases. Moving forward, it is important to conduct more research using random sampling, objective measures, and controlling for confounding variables. By addressing these limitations, researchers can gain a better understanding of how to improve life conditions and reduce stress levels. Well, this concludes the discussion. I hope everyone gained as much from this experience as I did. Thank you, Professor Galvan and classmates, for listening. I wish everyone positive endeavors.